I was speaking with a woman the other day, and she said something that actually got me thinking a little. I was a little surprised about it, but again, I was not surprised about it. And what I'm speaking about here is actually men trying to get dates with women and how they're doing it. And one thing that they might do very wrong. I heard this again and again and again and again. So this is probably mostly for men trying to get on dates after a divorce. But probably what I'm speaking about in this video could be for any man. And fact is just that for me, I'm 52 soon and not married anymore. So I can mostly relate to men after a divorce. So if you find it a bit difficult to figure out how to not only to get on a date, but also to get as much fun and excitement and maybe take it to the next step on the date. What I'm sharing with you here is actually the one thing that this woman told me, and I believe that this is a huge thing. So let me just share with you how this went on, because this woman who shared this with me was not the first one, and it's only like a week ago, and she shared it when we were on a date, and she showed some of the conversations that she had because she was really asking me what's going on with men. And I was just listening and trying to figure out what she meant. And then she told me that she gets so many messages. And I think that happens for a lot of women. And a lot of these messages are kind of going nowhere. It's questions and something just trying to get a conversation going. And the example that she gave was that I think it was like for nearly a week or something that she was communicating with this man, which she thought was very cute, and she liked his profile photo and also the text. So she was curious about him. But as she said, after a week and so many questions and so much text, the guy still didn't ask her out. So she said, "Okay, are we waiting until we are getting 80 or something? What's going on here?" And he was just laughing back and saying, "Okay, when we get 80, maybe we can get on a date." And she told me that she didn't want that. What she wanted was actually a man who dared to be a man who dared, a man who was masculine, a man who was bold and not asking too many questions, but actually going for the, what do you call that, for the goal, asking her for what he wanted. And what he wanted was a date. So, as she said, he could just, after a few messages, have asked her out. And she would probably have said yes. Now he lost her. So, and like I mentioned, I've heard this again and again. That's why I share it. So I think this is one big thing that is happening. That is that maybe there's a little bit in society around this because there's so much about Me Too and what we can do and say and be as a man. But maybe it's time to test what I'm saying here. And I'm not speaking about saying something unpolite or anything, but actually just being bold and expressing what's on your mind when you text or when you meet a woman that you think could be a potential for a date at least. Just let her know. Just tell her. Just tell her in a way where it's very authentic. Does this make sense? And I know that this might not be that easy, and I do know that there are probably a billion reasons why it is not that easy and simple, and why there's also maybe a billion explanations of why it's not that simple and easy. So, the one thing about this is that I believe more and more, I spoke about this in my other videos, that the more that we release and let go of all the things we are not, the more that we release and let go of trapped emotions, of fear inside, of all those things where we really, I, we got a visitor here. All those things where we really, really, ah, it was a woman with a dog. All, where was I going with this? Now I got confused here. I think, actually, I don't know where I got. But what I wanted to say, that was a nice woman. that that us just being authentic and going for what we want. That's the masculine thing. That's the masculine energy. That's the masculine part of us. Instead of be putting it in too much crap or putting it in too much paper, or does this make sense? Just express. And so be bold. That's actually the one thing that I wanted to share here. And also I tried this. So some of the things when I'm meeting a woman that I think, okay, this would be nice to get to know her more. I want to go on a date with her, or if I connect with someone online, I've tried different things and I found some very cool things. Just being very honest about why I connect and also what I want. So I hope this makes sense. I hope this helps you a little bit. And actually, I was thinking about if I should create like a small PDF or something where I can actually let you know. This is just from, I'm just speaking as it comes here. I can let you know how I text, and it's pretty simple and it works pretty cool. I mean, it's not like a 100%, but it takes like the 1 week of messaging back and forward out of this. And I've actually spoken with a couple of friends who had the same problem. There was a lot of texting back and forward with a potential date, and then after a week, for some reason, she blocked him or unliked him or whatever it was. And not only one time, that happened again and again. So if you want this, just let me know. Put text PDF or something in the comments. And if there are enough people who would like this, I will probably create a PDF with this text. So my message here is just be bold, dare, play, have fun, go for it. And maybe we will fall on the way like we did when we were kids, and maybe we'll hurt a little bit, and maybe our knees will get scratched. But what the? Why not? Why not? We are living here. So, but again, if you're just out of relationship, I did share a video about that. Might not be the right thing for you. Might be the right thing for you to actually find yourself and release all the emotion and maybe heal the wound. All of these things, but you can find that in the video there. So this is probably more for men who already found themselves and are truly ready getting back at dating.